Hey everybody, it's Doug Shaw for 3 Max Oceanside of Make Maine Your Home.com. And this week's episode, we're going to talk about why you need to be pre-approved for a mortgage before going out to look at houses. Let's do this. Hey everybody, like I said, we're going to talk today about the importance of being pre-approved for a mortgage before going to look for houses. Or if you're paying cash, make sure you have your cash in order and how much you can afford and all that stuff. But mostly we're going to talk about getting pre-approved. I get a ton of people calling me, of course, to buy a home. Oftentimes they're not pre-approved yet. So we got to have that quick conversation. And that's always the first step, because right now in the market that we're in, if the market changes depending on when you're watching this video, but in the market that we're in is very much a seller's market. So you really need to be pre-approved. You need to be ready to roll, and you need to be aggressive. Some bullet points that we kind of wrote here is, because of the way the market is, being pre-approved will kind of dictate like what houses you can look at and what you can't look at. For example, a lot of houses right now are selling for way over asking, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're pre-approved for, I'm just going to use round numbers, 400,000, you really might want to be looking at the 350 mark in case if you're in a competitive situation, you need to bid up. As the market switches to a buyer one in that same scenario at 400, like years ago, we used to set searches to, 450 even, because we knew that, hey, we might be able to talk them down. So it kind of depends on what's happening in the market, and familiarize yourself with what's going on in the market. But a little bit about getting pre-approved is mainly sitting down with or choosing a lender that you're comfortable with. I've done a lot of videos with Casey Hamlin here over at North Point Mortgage. He's a great lender. I also have others like Tamika Donahue with Academy Mortgage, and there's a lot of other good lenders in the area, and I can help point you in the right direction about that. I am not a lender. Real estate brokers aren't, but we can kind of talk intelligently about it and point you in the right direction. But getting pre-approved is choosing a lender, sitting down with that lender, and mostly getting educated on what you need. But they're also going to check your credit. They're going to look at your what they call debt to income ratio, which is pretty self-explanatory. But how much money do you make? How much debt do you have? And what's the ratio there? They look a lot at that. And that's really kind of how they get you pre-approved. So you will have to supply them some information to get pre-approved. The more you supply, the better, especially like in this market. Like if you can go through a little deeper in the process with the lender, so when you do put in offers, you can show that your offer is strong. You're a strong buyer, and you can really get to the finish line, because that's really what the seller wants to know. Once you're pre-approved, then the lender should supply you with a one page, hey, I'm pre-approved. Usually they can email it to us, and of course, and all that. And we would put that pre-approval letter with the offer that you're putting on the house. All right. And it shows that, whatever kind of loan you're getting, conventional loan, 20% down, it'll state that all on the pre-approval. So we can give that with the offer. It makes your offers look stronger, and it will make you look like a stronger buyer. That's great. And of course, knowledge about it all is just going to help you make better choices the more you know. That's why, the lenders that I recommend will educate you probably more than you need, but not really. You know what I mean? They'll give you so much information that it's like you'll be so well educated that you really know, what's going on. You're going to be able to make the best choices. Sometimes you need to get creative in the lending world too. Maybe there's some situations that you need to get creative on. Self-employed people can be very tricky. So sometimes you want to make sure you're talking with the right lender to be able to get yourself pre-approved. That's really all that stuff is going to help you kind of get ready to look at houses. In this market that we're in now, you need to be pre-approved before we can go look at houses, because otherwise you're walking into somebody's house and you can't even afford it. We might not know. So the best thing to do is to know that you can afford whatever house you're walking into. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, comments, comment below. Send me an email, send me a text, hit us up on social media. And remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone.
Really good. I'm very glad I took the van with us. I'm getting old.